What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Rad Zone 360. If this is your first time out here, let me tell you a little bit of myself. I've been a rad tech slash CT tech slash travel tech. Travel tech, I've been traveling for like 2 years, but overall my career has been 15 years plus. On this channel, you're going to learn a lot about radiology, whether radiology is for you, whether it's not for you, and also other career choices that you can possibly be interested in. You know, a lot of people think radiology or nursing are the only ways, but there's so much more out there. So you found the right channel. So go ahead and subscribe, watch the videos, and share. Make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss a video. You don't want to miss a video, fam. I teach you a lot, so you don't want to miss that. So let's get it. You know, the purpose I make my videos is because I want you to make a good decision for you, not just for you right now, but for you in the future. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be like, oh, Rad Zone 360 wasn't there when I needed help. Nah, I was here, just didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so today, man, these are things that you need to be aware of and protect yourself from if you want to make it 10 years plus in radiology. A lot of people don't make it 10 years in radiology because they don't protect themselves and they don't follow the rules, and sometimes even lose their license because of that. Okay, so watch to the end, you won't be disappointed. The first thing is patient care. When I say patient care, first one I mean body mechanics. So body mechanics are so important because of the fact that you have to protect your body, but especially your back. Your back is so important to the point that, you know, I've seen so many techs, you know, get hurt on the job, lower back pain because they were pulling a patient or because of the fact that they didn't use a sliding board. So make sure that if the patient is too heavy, ask for help. Use a sliding board. Super important. You need these. Also, don't bend over. Make sure you raise the bed to the level you need, that we can put the sliding board under and slide them back. Protect yourself. And that's how you protect your body, fam. All right. The next one is infection control. This is super important because of the fact that a lot of people always, you know, assume that everything's clean. They assume that, you know, all patients are taken care of and they're clean. All stretchers are clean. All wheelchairs are clean. And that's why I usually get in trouble, man, because I always wear gloves. And, you know, I try to be mindful of the germs and all that, but I feel honestly that gloves to me are more protectant. I try not to break the rules, but I feel like if I wear gloves, I'm cleaner, right? But the main thing is that just because it looks clean doesn't mean that it is clean. So make sure to wipe everything down. These things right here are amazing. Make sure it dries for 2 minutes and that's it. But make sure you wipe it down. All right. Another thing is to wipe everything down and know that this thing I'm recording with, this is probably the dirtiest thing that you can have. Dirtiest. These phones carry so many germs because, you know, we're human. You know, we got gloves on, even though they can probably be clean gloves. We look at our phone, we scroll through stuff and, oh, patient's ready, or whatever the case may be. Then you go back, you know, so your phones are super dirty. Now, I don't know if this helps or not, but what I do is when I get to my car, I have a alcohol spray bottle. And I spray my whole body down. I spray my scrub down. I take my scrub shirt off. I spray my phone front to back. And that's what I do, man. I spray myself down. And I learned that from COVID. And ever since then, I've been the same. Now I spray everything down, and that's how I try to stay clean. Now, is it the right way to do it? I don't know, but that's how I do it. And I've been good lately, you know, so I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? So make sure you wipe everything down. Make sure you spray everything down, because just because it looks clean doesn't mean it is clean. All right. That's super important. The other thing is, whenever you get patients from the ER, patient safety is super important. All right. You know, sometimes, you know, patients are hooked to lines. They have tubes. They have Foley catheters. So when you go to get a patient from the ER, the first thing you want to see or do is tell the nurse, look, I'm taking room 5 to CT. They ask for a CT. So what they do is that they go in a room. You ask them, is it okay for me to take them? And 90% is only like saline that's going through, nothing crazy. They're connected to the, blood pressure, the pulse ox, the EKG, and you can disconnect them. 99% of the time you can disconnect them, be like, yeah, it's fine. But when they have like drips, when they have Foley catheters, when they have, they're on certain medications, you should always let your nurse know anyway, but just make sure that the nurse knows before you take them, just in case they're a critical patient. And sometimes don't forget to read the door. The sliding doors, when you take a patient from the ER, usually they have like stickers on there like this. And that tells you if they're, contact precaution, droplet precaution, things of that nature. You want to take care of yourself, but you also want to take care of the patient. You want to get proper care. Also, if they do have lines, make sure that you get the Foley catheter, because usually they have them on the bottom of the bed like this. And you will forget. You'll forget that it's there when you pull the patient to the CT room. You're like, oh, the Foley catheter's there. So you have to be really careful with that. Make sure all the lines are moved out the way. They're clear before you move the patient. Okay. Another important thing for patient care is to communicate with the patient. Tell them what you're doing. Be like, look, so and so, Ms. Jones, Ms. Smith, Mr. Hernandez, I'm gonna put the sliding board under you. My coworker on that side is gonna pull you to them. We're gonna slide the board under you. We're gonna slightly push you back. I'll pull you back on the bed. Okay. The more you communicate with the patients, the smoother the transition will be, and the less of an injury happening. All right. So communication is a big deal. The next one, last but not least, you have to protect as far as radiation safety. You cannot let that go. This is your bread and butter. Radiation safety is what you went to school for. Radiation safety is what you know more than anybody else. Sometimes you know more than doctors, not radiologists, but more than ER doctors, more than nurse practitioners, more than nurses, because they swear up and down that they know everything sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know what you know. So make sure that they're using proper radiation safety. Don't get lazy with shielding. I know shielding is now like eliminated in 90% of the world, but there's still hospitals that implement shielding, especially yourself, because you're getting scattered radiation. Yes, the patient gets direct radiation, but once it hits the patient and it spreads out, you get scattered. So make sure to use the time, distance, and shielding. Distance is 6 feet when you're doing an x-ray. And in CT, we're not in the CT room anyway, so we're not in there, but we still got to be mindful. When the machine's running, we can't just walk into the CT room, because then we get radiated, triple what a regular x-ray will be. So that's something you have to be aware of. Be careful of your, radiation safety shield. And another thing that you need to keep, patient care is good shoes. You need some good shoes that have good grip, because you just don't want to be flipping and flopping everywhere. I see a lot of people wear these kind of shoes. I don't personally have a pair of those, but a lot of people wear them, so maybe they're good. I don't know. I wear Nikes, I'm a Nike guy. But yeah, man, make sure you got good shoes. And I know it's gonna sound a little weird, but make sure you stretch. Stretching is important, man. You have to stretch, especially the older you get. You know what I'm saying? You got to get those limbs ready, because we do a lot of pushing, we do a lot of pulling, we use a lot of muscle in CT, man. Radiology too. Anything in imaging, we use a lot of muscle. I don't care if you're an MRI. Those patients are going to get on the MRI table by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to pull too. Ultrasound is probably the only one you don't have to pull, because ultrasound has their own machine and you go to them. But anything else in radiology, man, you have to transfer them to the table. So make sure, you stay safe out there, fam. And as always, have a blessed day.